And it was an interview, and the guy was talking about growing up, and his dad was abusive and whatnot. And as a grown man, he asked his father, he was like, "Yo, why did you treat me that way?" He's like, "Well, because you're a bad." So ultimately, long story short, he treated him that way because that's the way that he was raised. Okay, that makes sense, whatever the case is. But his father never told his son that he loved him. He never, not once told him that he loved him. The son, after the son forgave him, the son told, and he's because they didn't talk before, and then after a while they started talking like once a week for like 3 years, whatever the case is. And the son told his father after every phone conversation, "I love you," and the father never said it back until one conversation. Like a recent conversation they had, he was like, "I love you too, son," and he has never not said that to them since. All right, so just imagine you saying "I love you" to somebody and they're not saying it back to you, but you sticking with it long enough to where now a person who's never said it before has now said it. All right, now just imagine if the son said, "Fuck him, fuck that nigga, I'm not saying that shit," and his father passed away, because his father was, I think his father was 88, so his father's up there, right? So just imagine if he held on to that grief, that anger that he had as a kid, and say, "Fuck him, I'm not gonna say I love him." No, nigga stuck with it. "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, love you," and then eventually his dad switched sides. "I love you too, son." And it's small shit like that has major meaning. Right? We may not think so, but to tell somebody I love, and actually, because you can tell anybody I love you, right? But it's a different. It has a different meaning when it's come from somebody that you've been involved with for a minute.
Yeah.
Like we've been boys 25 plus years. So when we say that shit, like, no, we mean it. Like, no, nigga, we locked at the hip. That's a wrap.
That's right. Yeah, we're stuck.
like we was talking last night. I was like, yo, it's done. Like, nigga, you in this shit. You ain't going nowhere, homie.
1994, baby.
You try and bounce. I'm gonna stuck ass. Like, nah, nigga.
We go back since Biggie's first album.
Yeah, like, nigga, fuck you going? Nah, nigga, it's a rap. You win this, dog. I'm sorry. That's the cards you were dealt, right? You done met my grandmother, my grandfather, and my cousins. Like, nigga, it's a rap. You're in, right? And that's the same for That's the same for the rest of us in the crew, right? DJ Rob, like it's we're locked in. It's a wrap. So what I'm saying is, and I'll end it here, if you have a tight circle that you fuck with, make sure y'all stay tight, make sure I love you, bro, right? Move past that whole gay concept shit that they trying to throw on you and saying that shit is gay. Like, no. Really, really tap into that side. Because it could happen in one moment. You never know. You never know. Yeah. It takes 9 months to create a life. It takes 9 seconds to get rid of it. 9 milliseconds to get rid of it.
That's a fact.
So don't take that shit for granted, man. And that's one of the things that I've learned from the health issues that I had last year. Mm-hmm. Right, and then realizing how much love was shown. Like when y'all boys came down, like that shit was emotional for me. Like, damn, these niggas really came. These niggas traveled 6 hours to come chill. Right, and my uncle, he put his like the hotel we stayed in. My uncle paid for.
That's matter of fact, I still gotta thank him for that. Though, man. I just going through this whole probation shit, but I gotta definitely get back and thank him for that.
Yeah.
Though. That was
yeah. And
get out of that.
And the car that my mother drove down in, he paid for.
That's dope.
Like if she didn't have that car, she couldn't have came down here.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm saying, like when I look back and all that, like, yo,
And from what I can remember, your uncle sometimes could be a little tight.
Yeah, he used to be. No. Don't
That's
get
why
me.
I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh, wait, well, huh?
Nah.
You said Uncle who? Uncle
he did a complete 180.
Yeah.
He's more grandma centered. You know, my grandmother was, right?
Oh,
so
yeah, come on now. Shout out to Gwendolyn. Come on now.
Gwendolyn La Cita Arregio.
Right.
So he's starting to embody some of her spirit. Right? He's starting to start to align with, okay, well, this is family. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Right.
Like my grandmother was at all of our, literally all of our graduations, all of our births.
Okay.
Grandma, she lives in Canada.
Right.
Right. We're in Buffalo and in Maryland. She was at every birth, every graduation.
There's a lot of you motherfuckers.
Bruh.
You're all graduated, so she had a lot of graduations to go to.
Right. And so it's like when you think about shit like that.
Right.
You know, and it's like, yo, those are the moments, and that's the shit I remember. Like, I'll never. There's a my high school graduation. You know, graduated from Emerson. There's a picture. Me and my grandmother, my grandfather took right in front of the school.
Okay.
Right, and it's like, well, it's just a picture. Like, nah, man, it's more than that. It's the sacrifice that was made. You know, for her to come, because she was in her 60s. Yeah, she was in her 60s. So she wasn't old, but she wasn't young, right? So to drive first to Buffalo, that's like a hour and a half, 2 hour drive. And then to drive from Canada to Maryland, that's about an 8-hour drive. It's like, yo, the service that she provided with just her presence was amazing.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what my uncle is starting to embody. Yeah. You know, I think before where he was tight with it, I don't really think he realized the position that he was put in. You know, like, yeah, you the person in the family that has the wealth. Like, I believe every family has at least one person that has a gift. And his gift was creating wealth. And that's what he created. Right. And his kids starting to do that shit and whatever the case is. But
I think Justin's eventually going to come around like that.
Like what?
I see that because I see the similarities between Justin and your Uncle Alroy. I see similarities.
Okay.
So yeah. I could see there having to be an event, and maybe I could see there be an event where he realized, okay, let me. Sometimes he'll distance himself.
Oh like yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean. Yeah, we podding, y'all. We having a conversation. This is podding, baby. But just in general, I think having that aspect of just not trying to get too deep into what I'm saying though. But I think I could see that coming around though. And I just think in general, a lot of times people need certain events in life to give them perspective.
That's exactly true.
I know for me. Just being older and seeing what you've gone through and then seeing Justin going through and then seeing people around me, like, what I'm saying, that's my age and what they die of. Back in the days, like, yo, damn, he got shot. They got shot. Now I hear people, what happened? Heart attack, cancer. I'm like, I'm 35, I'm 36, I'm 37.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
This and that. You're like, what the fuck? Oh, hold on. Let me sit back for a minute.
Let me recalibrate.
Right. Let me think about what the fuck is going on. I'm okay. Like, people are dying. That's my age. It's like, I'm young. I don't feel
shit even younger. Right?
Bruh.
You hear kids like 5 or 6 year old passing away. Like, yo, I outlived this person by like 3 decades.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, yo, what what are we talking about here, man?
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to awareness and perspective.
Absolutely.
We live in a and it's not judgment, because I do this shit too. But whenever I'm out and about, I try to be as observant as possible.
Okay.
You know, just kind of thinking about what's going on and whatnot. So I was on a train the other day, and there's just in my peripheral, I can see there's like 10 people in my peripheral. I mean, there's more people on the train now, but in my peripheral, I could count 10 people, and 8 of them had their heads down on their cell phone, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, and like all these thoughts started coming to my head, and be like, yo, people, we've reached a point in time where we're afraid of thought. Sitting down and just think. It's like spending time with our thoughts.
People thinking.
and so what I mean by that is just you imagine you on a bus, right? You just sitting there and you bored. What's your first impulse? Pull out your phone. Instead of sitting there like, damn, I'm bored. Instead of sitting there thinking, like having that time with your thoughts, you pull out your, and so there's this. All right, man. Let's say this for another show, because let's say it for another show.
All right. We gonna take it there too. Yo, by the way, I also want to say this though, man. It's a former NFL player, by the way, named Matthew Cherry, who has who had a popular children's book that he turned into an animated short film, called Hair Love, which highlights the relationship between black fathers and daughters in a short film. He's nominated for an Oscar for it. And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying, though, Matthew Cherry, I know you having 3 girls. Have you ever had to do any of the hair?
Nah, yeah, none.
I was looking at have you ever had to go ahead and like do a black girl's hair or anything?
I did. My mother's.
How was that experience?
Let me.
Oh, your mom got specific, so I can understand. She's like, "Oh, don't do this, don't do this."
Son, let me be 100% honest with you. I'll never forget. We were this is when we was living in Amherst. We were living in Amherst at townhouse in Amherst, and I'm in the room. She has me doing her hair, like putting tracks in and shit. And
what?
She's trying to,
you had to do all that, okay,
son? And she's giving me instructions, and I tell you, I deliberately fucked it up, so I went and do it again. She doesn't know this. So if you haven't seen this podcast, I love you. I'm sorry.
Hey.
But here's why. And I from that point on, I understood, although I didn't necessarily agree with it. Like, she always wanted her first child to be a girl.
Okay.
Always. Like, this has always been the case.
I understand that from a woman. Okay.
Yeah, so she had me, she had Justin, she had Damien. She didn't have her, so she kept trying. And when she thought she was pregnant with Adriana, she's like, okay, I'm done. But then we know that's not the case. Right? We know you, nigga. We
love you, Quincy.
We love you, Quincy. we got one more. We got one more coming. Right? You got your girl, but no, there's just one more blessing that has to come in.
When I came over there, because remember, I didn't see y'all for a while. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this baby? What the fuck is this baby?
What the fuck is this little nigga?
Okay, well, all right. Maybe y'all just watching him. All right. How you doing, little baby? That's my brother. So you mean that's your cousin? Like your that's for real? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is obviously there's no telling though, because him and Damien look just alike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
do. They act alike. They sound like okay. Like, Ma, you sure these ain't twins? And you hid Quincy for a few years? That shit is crazy.
Shout out though, man. Yo, listen, man. It was one thing that Miss Arlene can definitely be sure of, man. She has raised.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't gonna say just 6 though, but shit, it's more than that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, I wasn't gonna say just the 6 of y'all, but shit, she's raised me as well too. I mean, she's raised some production, but I would say definitely with y'all, man. She's, you know what I'm saying, don't be specific to y'all. She's raised six incredible children, man.
Oh yeah.
She's done an incredible job though, man.
Yeah. And
big ups, man.
you know, and she had help, you know, and through my grandmother, you know, when she was alive and after she passed away,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because my mother embodies my grandmother's spirit like